Sir, may I come?
Please come. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
So Tarun,
Yes, sir.
you are a very young candidate.
Yes, sir.
And you have done physics honors from Ramjas College.
Yes.
Very reputed, and you have scored a very good GPA also, 8.62. Well, can you tell me what is time dilation?
Sir, it is the phenomena in which if we travel in space, so the time varies differently for the person who is stationary and who is traveling at a speed of light nearby.
What did Einstein got Nobel Prize for?
Sir, he got a Nobel Prize for photoelectric effect.
What is photoelectric effect?
Sir, it is stated that whenever a light strike on metal surface and having a frequency greater than threshold frequency, then the electron are ejected from the metal surface.
What is Higgs boson?
Sir, it is a subatomic particle. I know this much only.
Do you know about fermions and bosons?
Yeah, sir, I know that these are subatomic particles having inside the nucleus.
What is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle?
Sir, it is stated that whenever a particle is in motion, we can either approximately locate its position or we can find its velocity, but we cannot do both at the same time.
Recently, I was reading a quote on actually Facebook that if Germany had won the Second World War, then Heisenberg would have been the hero of nuclear bomb. Do you think it is true that
Sir,
he has been somehow underrated for his contributions in nuclear physics?
sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
What is superconductivity?
Sir, superconductivity, it is a phenomena in which the conductor conductor provides zero resistance to so the amount of current would be maximum.
How do we create superconductivity?
Sir, recently or till the current time, the superconductivity has been created only at a very low temperature at 0 Kelvin, but we are in progress to make it at room temperature, but we have not able to attain it.
Have you watched Interstellar?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the black hole depiction in the movie is correct?
Sir, it was tried to be made approximately correct, but I have no idea how true it is.
You are from Uttarakhand.
Yes, sir.
Can you comment on the hydropower potential of Uttarakhand?
Sir, Uttarakhand is a source of perennial rivers. It has one of the most dams, including the Tehri Dam, which is situated at a very high altitude. And the river and the water sources are very much. So the potential of Uttarakhand as a hydroelectric power generator is very crucial. Compared to the Nepal, we can also make the electrical energy from it. The only reason that it is not suitable right now is due to the location at the young mountains, which can result in flood or disaster, as Uttarakhand is very disaster prone region.
Recently, there was a Chopra report regarding the disaster prone nature of Uttarakhand and the hydropower projects there. Do you know about it?
Sorry, sir, I don't recall.
Okay. What is your final take that should we stop hydel projects in Uttarakhand?
Sir, according to me, the project should be implemented, but it should be under the Environment Implication Agency, and proper procedure and rules regarding the environment impact assessment should be made, and then only we should proceed regarding the project.
Okay, so you also won 3rd position in department chess competition 2018.
Yes, sir.
And you participated in an intra-hostel tournament.
Yes, sir.
What sports you participated in?
Sir, I participated in different sports, which include cricket, chess, badminton, and football also.
Okay, I'm going to name some chess grandmasters who achieved rank 1 in the world chess.
Yes, sir.
Can you just arrange them chronologically? Mikhail Tal, Garry Kasparov, Casablanca, Anatoly Karpov.
Sir, I just only play randomly, I have no much idea about these grandmasters.
Okay. Do you know what is Sicilian opening?
Sir, they are different opening, but I generally play for fun only.
You also read biographies.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What all biographies have you read?
Sir, till now I have read certain inspirational leader, which include Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Indian Pilgrim recently, and APJ Abdul Kalam, Wings of Fire. Also, I have read certain military background leaders, which include The Brave by Rachana Bisht and Captain Vikram Batra. Also, Field Marshal Shyam Manekshaw, The Man and His Times. These are the autobiographies that I have read, and they provide me like stories of the leader and how they face their challenges.
Can you tell me one teen story from the life of Mahatma Gandhi?
Sir, I remember like when he was in South Africa. So that time he was initially.
At that time, he was a teenager.
Sorry, sir, a teen story. Sir, teen story. I remember that when he told his father about the robbery he has done, and the last time he saw his father was that when he was with his wife, but his father at the end age of his father, he was unable to go and take care of him.
So you volunteer in NGOs to teach slum students?
Yes, sir. I have volunteered in NGO, which was Passion Movement Initiation, which is in Delhi, it's the North Campus only. And the agenda of the NGO was to teach slum students in the region nearby. Sorry, I forgot the name of the slum, but I have done volunteer for 6 months.
There are many government schools in Delhi. At least in a metropolitan city like Delhi, there is no dearth of government schools. So why do you think we still need volunteers to teach slum students?
Sir, the government school in the Delhi have recently progressed by the policies of the state government, but still like there are certain children that have not proper resources to afford them to go to the school. They work for their living in the daytime. So I think that volunteer is necessary until they are properly, their parents and the society are able to send them to the school and they have proper education regarding it.
Okay, so you won medals in Science Olympiad in school.
Yes, sir.
What was the Science Olympiad all about?
Sir, it was regarding the Math and Science Olympiad about questions which were generally above the mental standard and like the shortest time we can able to solve them question.
Who organizes Olympiads?
Sir, I have no idea about it.
It's okay. Now I will pass on you to my fellow panelist, Mr. Anand.
Yeah, you just made a statement that government schools have become better under the current government in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
So what is the basis for that statement?
Sir, I think the report, recently various reports were made.
Which report?
Sorry, sir, I don't know about the report, but I have read that the government schools have a much higher number of students as compared to private school in Delhi.
Isn't that the case in every state?
No, sir. I think parents are generally preferred.
What's the ratio in Uttarakhand?
Sorry, sir, I don't know about it.
You're from a hill district, right?
Yes, sir.
How many private schools are there in hill villages?
Sir, I am from a city, but in his state, generally the number of government schools were larger as compared to the recent time.
So what's the proportion of population which is residing in higher districts? Let's assume Kodwar in Pauri is a city.
Yes, sir.
Most of Pauri is hill district.
Yes, sir.
So don't you think that, by that logic, since most of the districts and people are residing in hill districts, so automatically government students will be higher?
Sir, the number of private schools are there because there is a lot of migration in there. So the number of students in the hill school is compared low. I have seen that.
So what's the number then, percentage?
Sir, I don't know about the exact number.
Yeah, your first choice is ITBP.
Yes, sir.
And your fourth choice is SSB.
Yes, sir.
Why is it not at 2?
Sir, the main reason to join the ITBP is that I want to join as a defense person in the armed forces, but I was unable to clear the CDS or NDA examination interview process. Then my passion also is regarding the mountaineering trekking and ITBP. There is a lot of expedition. Till now they have done 2009 expedition, out of which 4 are to Mount Everest. So I dream to go to the Mount Everest. So
that's justifying 1.
Yes, sir.
I want to know why SSB is not at 2. If all of this you want, SSB is also at the Nepal border.
Yes, sir.
Pahadon pe hi hai na?
Yes, sir.
So then why is it not at number 2?
Sir, SSB is a recent forces, and the number of expedition and the chances are in ITBP higher.
So you think you'll get 1 only?
No, sir.
When was the state of Uttarakhand formed here?
Sir, in 2000.
What date?
Sir, 9th November 2000.
So फिर has it been good? Did you get all of what you wanted?
No, sir, the development is currently not good in Uttarakhand. Like the main issue, which it was formed on the basis.
What were the issues?
Sir, the first issue was the regional difference between the state of the people of Uttar Pradesh and the people of the hill areas. And the second was the development issue, as the hill state required different agenda when it is compared to the development or different approach. So the approach regarding the development is still not fulfilled yet. The migration is still there. The unemployment is still there. And the people are not getting better education.
What is the unemployment rate in Uttarakhand?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
How can you say that unemployment is still there if you don't know the
number
rate?
of migration is still very large.
Migration though people do everywhere. In every country there is migration wherever there are economic opportunities, right?
Yes, sir.
So coastal areas have historically in any country had more job opportunities. So people move to the coast. So isn't that a normal thing?
So, but compared to the Himachal Pradesh, which have 9% as their agriculture land, Uttarakhand has only 4% of their agriculture land. So I think like Himachal, they have much greater participation in agriculture compared to the Uttarakhand. So this is about the migration or urbanization.
What is disguised unemployment?
Sir, disguised employment, it is the employment which is it is the unemployment which is not visible. For example, we can say agriculture, in which 2 to 3% of the same family are doing work, but the amount of land only require 1 or 2%. So the remaining 2 are disguised employment.
So then agricultural land being more, how is that directly related to employment? It's quite possible that they may worry, there may be disguised employment or unemployment there.
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recall.
And say, I'll continue with this thread. So since you said that the state was formed because of differing needs of development of the hills, right?
Yes, sir.
So prior to state formation, all the industries, everything was being developed in Dehradun and Haridwar and Kordwar,
Yes, sir.
plain areas. Has it changed after formation of the state?
No, sir. The industries are still developed at the Dehradun, Haridwar or metro cities, but no industries have developed in the higher altitude.
फिर तो वापस चले जाना चाहिए ना यूपी में.
No, sir. The main is that political consensus has not been yet made, so that required a time for development.
Kordwar called the gateway to the Garhwal Hills.
Sir, basically all the Gadwal regions, or whenever we have to any city in the Gadwal, the starting point is Kordwar. It is at the border between Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand.
Is Dehradun a part of Garhwal Mandal?
No, sir. Dehradun, it is part of Gadwal Mandal. Yes, sir.
It is a part of Garhwal Mandal.
Yes,
So
sir.
why not Haridwar being a gateway to the hills, or Roorkee being a gateway to the hills?
Sir, it's the nomenclature. I think like people have said it, so that's why the reason.
So I'll pass it on to sir.
I'll just continue with the thread which sir were discussing earlier. Like you talked about migration. There is a phenomenon of ghost villages in Uttarakhand.
Yes, sir.
So, and you are also saying that it hasn't happened. The development hasn't happened.
Yes, sir.
What do you think are the steps that can be taken in this regard? How can we make the state more developed or fulfill the aspirations with which the state was created?
Sir, first of all, the Uttarakhand, the basic major sector is tourism sector.
Okay.
So we are highly dependent on the tourism sector. We need to promote the industries. Number of industries should be increased.
What kind of industries?
Sir, we can start with MSME, like certain development regarding the forest products, and many agriculture sector can be boosted. Since the agriculture, we don't have any large area of land, there is a terrace farming. So the land is very distributed among the people. So it need to be organized. The agriculture sector can be promoted.
Okay.
Also, the bank can initiate loans regarding agriculture. These processes can increase the development in the area.
You said tourism earlier, but it has a large negative impact on the local ecology.
Yes,
like the 2000 tragedy which happened, it was said that the scale of tragedy was so high because there was lot of encroachment on the hillsides, and which exacerbated the overall intensity. So don't you think that it will eventually increase the frequency or it will increase the vulnerability of the community to these kind of disasters?
Sir, I think the proper structure, then as we can see, like the many tourist places, there are permission given. So the number of permissions should be restricted. Like there are number of civilians at a time that can visit there. Also, proper management regarding the entry and exit of every individual should be there whenever they are going. So in this way, we can properly estimate.
Okay. So the government was, in fact, they had taken the decision, the Char Dham Yatra, and there was a controversy regarding the width of the road. Again, there are, concerns that it will impact the environment.
Yes, sir.
So what is your opinion? What has been the opinion of the court? I think you will know that it is under sub judice. The Supreme Court is doing the hearing.
Yes, sir.
So what has been the Supreme Court's view, and what do you think, in your opinion, should be the right approach in such a scenario?
Sir, the Char Dham Yatra issue, it was regarding the enlargement of the road, in which an NGO has raised issue regarding the environment factor, which play a significant role in the mountains. The issue which Supreme Court has mentioned is like we cannot neglect the environment when we are moving ahead with the development. The Defense Ministry, which has also proposed backed the project, is saying that we need to provide military support at the India-China border, and recent aggression by the China at Baroti district was the major reason in which the Defense Ministry has backed the project. According to me, the development is a very necessary project. The basic reason is that the mountains are very young fold in the Uttarakhand region, so the chances of landslide are very high. So we must form an environment impact assessment and do proper research before going into the development, and a proper coordination between environment and development must be taken.
And if the EIA says that, okay, keep the road to 7 feet only, don't go to 10 feet or 12 feet, then what should be done?
Sir, I think the environment, they are experts, so they will make a good choice.
Okay, and what if the Defense Ministry says that China is building has built a road right next to our border?
Yes, sir.
So should we again keep the environment at top?
Sir, I think defense is more important right now as compared to the environment, but proper study should be made or alternative should be discussed.
All right. You want to join ITBP, and ITBP is guarding the Indo-China border.
Yes, sir.
Under whose command ITBP comes? Which ministry?
Some Ministry of Home Affairs.
The army has said that to enhance operational efficiency, the command of ITBP should come under the army.
Sir, the two issues which currently also with Assam Rifle is going on, and also the various forces in the border. It is due to there is no proper coordination between the two ministry when it come in the border area. So I think both the forces have different role. One is border guarding, and one is the Indian military is for protecting the aggression at the border. So I think that proper coordination should be maintained between them, and certain steps should be taken, like how the different personnel.
The ITBP guides the entire Indo-China border. Who was guarding the Galwan Valley when the incident happened?
Sir, ITBP, Indian military and Indian Army, ITBP and BSF.
ITBP was there?
Yes, sir.
The hand-on-hand combat happened with ITBP personnel or with the Indian Army
personnel? Sir, hand-on-hand combat operate with Indian military personnel.
Suppose it was ITBP at that point of time.
Yes, sir.
And Army was not aware.
Yes,
and
sir.
Don't you think that it poses a challenge? Say, for example, do you think that ITBP is trained enough to handle the Chinese military?
Sir, the ITBP training is, as far I know, I'm not aware about the training and how efficient its personnel are. So I would not be able to answer.
You have mentioned that you volunteered for teaching slum students.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think even after the passage of RTE Act,
yes, sir.
There is still many children who are out of school?
Sir, it's basically regarding we do not have proper consistent parents, and they are due to the poverty, the people are making their children to work in the areas to earn a living. So That's why they are not able to join that.
So you are saying that it is mostly economic reason that they want their children to support the family
Yes,
for
sir,
income
economic
purpose.
reason.
They are okay.
Yes.
That's one. Awareness is also an issue.
Yes, sir.
Do you think
The
awareness?
parents are not aware about what right should they give to their children.
Okay, so how can it be enhanced? What
Sir,
steps can be taken?
Sir, first of all, like proper survey should be made regarding how many children are going to the school, and then we should initiate teaching the parents regarding it, like importance of education and how these steps can benefit their economic life at a much ahead room.